サリを怒らせたら帰れません。
そうですね。This eccentric Japanese boatman sang us a song of his people. This might just be the coolest boat ride in Japan. But let's start from the beginning. At dawn, we woke in Aomori City.
So it is unfortunately not any snowier this morning.
It is day 4 of our journey exploring northeastern Japan, and we were just heading out for a nice breakfast.
So they're letting us use a second table to put our stuff. The staff has been really nice.
Coffee Maron, which we found on Google Maps, just a few paces from our hotel, is a delight. A warm, cozy little cafe filled with all sorts of interesting trinkets and memorabilia, and run by wonderful, welcoming people.
So this is really nice. It's a very cool looking cafe. A lot of their menu items are unfortunately not available until lunch, but we get coffee, toast. Alright, that was nice. The staff, the owner, I think, is just really nice, really polite and friendly. Good experience. So there's a nice little shrine right opposite the coffee house actually. We're gonna just have a nice little morning stroll before we hightail into the station again.
We enjoyed the relaxing atmosphere, and we didn't know it at the time, but Uto Shrine, seemingly unremarkable, is actually closely intertwined with the history of Aomori City. Thought to have been founded when this land was still called Uto Village. But now, it is time to leave Aomori.
Okay, we are now at the station. We've got a little bit of time to kill. Okay, so we were about to go into the shopping mall, but unfortunately it's closed. It won't be open until 10, so that's not gonna happen. So we're here at a souvenir shop next to the station instead. We're looking for a hat for my mom. It's a nice little place.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
本日も JR 東日本をご利用くださいましてありがとう。
So interestingly, there's actually a pretty significant accumulation of snow outside of the city area. Okay, we are now in Iwate Prefecture. This is the capital city of Morioka. We are not going to explore Morioka. We are just here as a transit, waiting for the next train, and we're getting ourselves some bento. Okay, we got our ekiben, and honestly, they look like the most bourgeois ekiben I've ever had. So we'll see if it actually tastes good in the train. So this was kind of expensive. Maybe it'll be worth it. It looks pretty good. Oh, Oh damn. Honey miso, man. My favorite thing ever. This paste. Best shit ever. I think I can safely say that was the most bourgeois bento set I've ever had. One of the tastiest too. Okay, we are now at a town called Ichinoseki. We are going to head to our hotel to drop our luggage first. Surprisingly, not only is there no snow, there's actually a little bit of fall colors still going on here. So it's a Japanese style room. A little bit smaller than I expected, but pretty nice. Pretty nice looking town with a nice little hill in the distance. Right, back to the station now, where we'll take a train to Geibike, and then we'll do a nice little boat ride there. It's a really beautiful countryside. It's really nice, even without the snow. It reminds me of some of my hiking hotspots back in Tokyo, back near Tokyo rather. I really like visiting this place. That is Geibike Station, really small station. I like places like these. Very nice. So before we get on the boat, I'm gonna try to scout for the bus stop for the ride back home. Look at that. It's nice. Okay, I believe I found it. We should have a bus back. Now we can get to the boat. Transportation can be a bit of a maze with these more rural areas, but this unique vibe is often worth it. I think they are dried figs. Very sweet, surprisingly good. I don't usually like dried fruits, but... So after the last couple of days, today is actually comparatively pretty warm. And I think those are the boats we'll be taking. They are equipped with kotatsus, which are tables with heating underneath them. So there is no snow. It would have looked amazing with snow, but we'll make the best of it.
帰れません。
そうですね。
ゲイビ系は全長 2km、2BC は 2km。
2km。
わかる？書いて。わかる？
うん
2km。
Geibike Gorge. 2 kilometers of the Satetsu River, flanked by stalwart limestone cliffs. What we're experiencing here is the Funakudari, a guided tour by boat steered with bamboo poles.
So there's like a face kind of thing on the rock, and he was like taking a picture of it for us.
As is common for this sort of thing, many sections of cliff are graced with creative names. While we were too early for snow, we still got to enjoy something of a winter exclusive. Kotatsu heated tables in the boat to keep us warm.
So there's actually like a bit of a walking section. I think we'll walk 300 meters and then we'll come back to the boat. This is very beautiful. Also, this guy that is basically being our tour guide here, he's amazing. Really adding a lot of character to this whole thing. Love it. So that hole over there is supposed to be the dragon's eye. You know, there's like kind of like a dragon shape here. And the idea is you can take these stones and then they have like, I don't know, money and love, that kind of thing written on it. And you try to throw it into the eye. And presumably if you get it in, then you'll get your wish. So I guess no love, no money.
We got back on the boat for the return trip, and as we found out, this is where the best part begins.
長い歌なので途中で聴きたくなくなったら手挙げてください。
这是一首很长的歌，所以如果中途不想听的话，请给他听。
よろしく。それではゲイビーお言い訳よろしくお願いします。そいそい そいきよき流れのさてつの川にやんさのえ船を浮かべてさをさせばくもりがちなる心の空もね晴らしてくれます獅子が花たず
I'll leave the full song for you if you ever come here, but what a cool experience. Our guide was witty and tried gamely to communicate with us, and there's just something about being out here, listening to the boatman's song that feels unfathomably unique.
Okay, that was extremely fun. This was great. Anyway, we have a bit of time before the bus. I'm thinking of maybe getting some soft cream or something. So we did a bit of shopping, bought some ice cream, chatted with them a bit, and now we are heading to the bus. That was good. It's a beautiful sunset here in the countryside. Station is unexpectedly lit up. This is pretty lit. Okay, izakaya time again. It's great. Chicken skin. This place specializes in chicken, I think, so. That is some good chicken skin, holy shit. Negima? Hells yeah. Oh, this is very good. The negi is very good. Yeah. Chicken hot. That flavor. This is avocado tofu. Never seen it before. Not sure what is this. We ordered like chicken ham, I think, but this just looks like raw chicken. Yeah. I think the chicken itself has kind of a smoke flavor, so maybe it's kind of cured. I don't know. But it looks raw. So this kid is about to try natto. I think that's mustard. Okay, then what you do is you do this.
Oh,
Japanese people love this.
this is really hard to use.
So my camera audio somehow stopped working at this point. But in case you're wondering, yes, those are toothbrushes my brother is using as chopsticks. Here's him probably telling you that he didn't like the natto so much, but gamely going for another taste anyway. Every single Japanese person I've spoken to have sworn by these slimy fermented soybeans. But yeah, I'm not too fond of them myself. So a quick look, because there's no one here right now. Simple enough facility. So after a nice onsen bath, the day ends here in my futon. Up next, we spend a pleasant morning exploring the historical town of Hidaizumi before embarking on another long ride, this time to Yamagata. We were greeted at the legendary hot spring town of Ginzan Onsen by heavy rain, but our spirits were not dampened as we checked into a ryokan for a wonderful night. Be sure to join us on our final stop as our journey continues.